Hey everyone, welcome back to Dan's Chess Lounge. So today is the final round of the Shamkir Gashimov Memorial. You have Magnus Carlsen with a half-point lead over Liren. So either one of them still has a chance to win. Of course, Liren needs a win today, and it's quite fitting that they're actually facing off against each other. So it's perfect. Whoever wants it more here. So let's go ahead and see what transpired over the board. Carlsen was white. He started off with e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, knight c3, and knight f6. So right here you have a four knights defense or four knights game. And this was actually the first opening that I ever learned how to play. It's very common for beginners to learn this opening because you follow all of the chess principles that you learn. You establish a pawn in the center of the board. You establish your knights first. You guys heard the principle in saying develop your knights over bishops. So you bring your knights out first, and then after that, you bring out your bishop. So with this opening, it's very easy to follow chess principles and be able to play a game without coming under an attack right away. Your king is easily going to get castled soon. And so let's see what happened next. Knight d4. This hits the bishop and the knight. Knight captures knight. Pawn captures. So now the knight is under attack, which is the defender of this e-pawn here. So how can white handle this? He can push and play e5, which is a counterattack. So black hits the white knight, white hits the black knight. Pawn captures knight, pawn captures knight, queen captures pawn, and now you have queen e2, check. The queen blocks, and the pawn captures on c3. Now the material imbalance has been restored, so they're even on material. Queens come off the board, and now that the queens are off the board, the position is very drawish, unless one of them makes a mistake, a huge blunder, I should say. Bishop c5 develops the bishop. Now the bishops come off the board, so now you have a little bit of maneuvering here. Carlsen, he can trade off this c-pawn here anytime he wants. Now all he has to do is play c4, and he does. He plays c4. Now they have symmetrical pawn structures, light square bishops and two rooks. Now we're going for an exchange of the bishops here. Rooks come off, and now they're gonna get ready to repeat positions here. And they're repeating. You have a threefold repetition draw. And so that secures the victory there for Magnus Carlsen. All he needed was a draw today. He did exactly what he should have done. He went into a very quiet positional line. And I'm a little disappointed with Liren because Liren played the game today like all he needed was a draw. It's like he was completely fine with just giving Carlsen a nice, quick, easy draw, whereas he could have won the tournament today if he would have played more ambitiously. If he didn't trade whenever Carlsen wanted to trade pieces. If he would have kept the pieces on the board, played a more ambitious line, he had a shot to win the tournament today. But so I'm surprised, I'm shocked that he just happily went along with a quick, easy draw and didn't put up any fight at all. But maybe he was just happy to get second place. I'm not sure. But it's another great victory for Magnus Carlsen. It's another tournament victory for him. He's unstoppable. He's just so much better than everyone else. I mean, it doesn't matter what type of game it is. It could be a tactical game. It could be a positional game. It could be an open game. It could be a closed game. It doesn't matter what type of game it is. He always comes out ahead. He always prevails. So he's just clearly better than the rest of his competitors, in this generation right here. So, I mean, I can't say if he's like the greatest of all times. You guys know my personal favorite is Gary Kasparov, just because his games were so exciting. Kasparov was a tactician. He hit you with a 5-move combination that you didn't even see coming. I mean, Kasparov was a magician on the chessboard, whereas Carlsen is a grinder. Carlsen will get an edge and a almost drawish end game, even end game, and he will push that edge and push it, and he'll win that way. He's that person that gets up a pawn and then will take that pawn all the way to the bank and win the game, being a pawn up. Whereas Kasparov, he will just sack every single one of his pieces for the victory. So, but that's just my own personal opinion on the differences between the two. But still, Carlsen does his thing, and I'm happy that he won the tournament. He deserved it. So kudos to him. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and enjoyed the tournament. And looks like I'll be following the U.S. Chess Championships now. So stay tuned for those videos. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys next time.